Hello everyone,
Hey!
welcome to Cursed on Late Night Gaming. Uh, uh, we are here on the Cluster Extinction map. And you can see sheep behind me. Because I don't know if there's sheep in Extinction, but I haven't seen one. And yet, all the carnivorous dinosaurs say best tamed with mutton. So how is their favorite food mutton if they've never had it before? I don't know, but it is. So I jumped over, because we're on a cluster, I'm able to jump from our Ragnarok server to Extinction and back and forth. So I jumped back to Ragnarok, tamed a couple sheep and brought them here, and now we have more sheep. So we have what it takes to tame some carnivores. You know, because like I said before, I really feel that ARK has been kind of presented as a progression. You start in the island, you go to Scorched Earth, you go to the center, and you progress your character. And so in that, I don't think there's any shame in going to another map and grabbing stuff that you've had from the past because you're progressing. At least it doesn't bother me, and this is my damn cluster, so I do what I want. So anyway, last night at about 3 o'clock, I was over in the dome, the desert dome, and I came across a 180 of the Velanosaur, is that what that's called? And I was able to tame it. Oops, it's leveled up again. I've just been pumping stamina. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't a perfect tame. Because it wasn't a perfect... Let me get this out of the way. It wasn't a perfect tame because as it was going down, I accidentally shot another trank arrow and hit it again. So we all know that ruins taming effectiveness. But actually, I flew back over here. I wasn't sure I was going to find something or not. So I didn't take any mutton with me because it's a waste. Mutton preserves the best on the hoof, meaning when it's alive. So I rushed over here and took one of the sheep, went back, and it actually tamed up really fast with the mutton. It was just like bam. Now we do have our taming times turned up, so that could be also a factor. So I named it Dart because that seems appropriate. It shoots these projectiles. And it's pretty cool. It always feels to me, now I don't know if it's just me, maybe it is just me, but it feels like it's not balanced. Does that seem like it to you guys? It feels like it's standing, leaning back. I don't know. I don't know why. And when you're running on it, it also feels like you're leaning backwards. And it's got it feels like a weird animation. Here, I'll show it to you. See, it's kind of, let's see. See what I mean? It feels strange when it's running. But it also doesn't look bad from the side. So if I was to go into K mode and then run, it looks alright. You know, it leans down. But it doesn't feel that way when you're... Huh. I don't know. But it's a pretty cool dino. I have been taking it out and killing stuff, and I've killed several mid, I wouldn't say high level. I'd say the highest one was like 30 corrupted Rexes I was able to kill with this. I haven't tried anything higher than that, but I've killed a bunch of Rexes with it, which is nice. Love this city, it's so cool. There are pathways that lead to everywhere. So Like, I think these higher pathways, there's a way to get there on foot. I don't think you always have to fly. So this is the entrance, the road to our base, which I have marked with this sign. Kiki Clan, main headquarters, which I still never find and I get lost. I get lost in the city on foot all the time. Now there's some stuff I didn't know that I just learned recently. Now everything here, you need to gather this elemental dust, and usually you would get it from killing these guys. So let me show you. If you hit C, he goes into this like gun mode, which is so cool. This is just left click, regular attack. Pretty cool looking attack though. And then right click, he does this, which hurts things here. Pretty easily. But this mode is just insane. Now, let's see here. You can move while you're in it. It's like you're stalking almost. You can switch sides by hitting left and right, which is so cool too. Now if I turn the HUD back on, I get my crosshair. Yeah, the blink really. And so if you kill an enforcer, you harvest it, you get elemental dust. And you always get a blueprint. And these blueprints come in different quality levels. I've already gotten some ascendant ones. But look at the requirements here. Now you can build these in any city terminal, but 1,073 elemental dust to build this guy, which is pretty crazy. Now we killed that one and we got 8. So you don't get a lot. It takes a long time. But I found that there's another source of elemental dust, and that is the lights. Isn't that weird? The light poles. 12 elemental dust for hitting a light pole. Why is that a thing? So I got more elemental dust hitting a light pole than I did attacking the enforcer. Why? I don't... Of course, there I got none. Thanks for proving me wrong, ARK. Again. So, and you can use this, of course, to build the stuff, and you can use it to power your scouts, which are kind of cool. They're a good way to locate, locate some dinos you're searching for. But this guy's so cool, and the reason he's so cool is because it's kind of something that I've felt ARK is missing. My tribe is... I don't know if lazy's the word. Lazy's probably not the best word for our tribe, but we aren't boss killers. You know, we don't build up a huge army to go attack the bosses. The people in my tribe generally don't care about that stuff. So we have not gotten into tech tier. And in Extinction, that's a huge setback. But because we can't make a tech replicator. And if you've seen those heck? He looked like he came from the ground. So where was I? Oh, alright, because you can't make a tech replicator, and almost everything you get requires you make it in a tech replicator. Now, I thought maybe since you can make the scouts and the enforcers in the city terminal, that when you learned a new engram that was tech required, you would be able to build it in the city terminal, but no, that's not the case. You still need to know tech. So, as a person who has never, as a character who has never killed a boss with this character, I've killed bosses on different servers, but this character hasn't, so he has no way to get any tech stuff. And again, I don't know if you can somehow get that while you're in Extinction. I would think so, because you need to, if you started a character from scratch in Extinction and didn't bring one over, you at some point need to get tech. So there must be a way to get up to that tier within the map itself. Otherwise, that's a gigantic flaw in this map that you wouldn't be able to. Now, there are tributes. Yeah, he can jump too. It's kind of weird. Oops, he's stuck. Don't be stuck. There. Can I jump that? I'll bet I can't. Let's see. His jump is a really clunky kind of. Let's see. Yeah, see? Stops. Come on. Come on, Dart. Almost. No. Oh, I tried to jump. Hang on. Cat from the clan here, the tribe, is trying to message me. Oh. She just said damn. Because I told her I was killing corrupted Rexes with this thing. Where was I? Oh, I was gonna see if the terminals, if there's a way to, there is a way to give a tribute, I'm pretty sure. Now, my pallies over on Dragonpunk, they've got an Extinction server going on too, which I'm sure they would be happy with me joining, but I've been playing it here because I wanted to play with my friends. Okay, let's just come clean. Kat, who plays with me on here, and Ellie, who plays with me on here, are my daughters. They're in their 20s. But I like to play with them because it's a great way to spend some time since we live in different countries. Didn't. $135. So anyway, Dragonpunk guys, they have the Titans spawning like one every so many hours, just randomly around the world. And that's pretty cool. I would like to set that up on our server. I'm going to have to ask them how they did it, because I like that. I like that idea. Because I think currently you need to like do a tribute, and I don't see any city terminals here. You have to do a tribute and then spawn them, basically. The distance on this guy, it's not super far. If we do a little test here. Oops, sorry. Like, I can hit him. I can't hit that. So I almost last night tamed a snowy owl. It was a 175 or 173, and I came super close. I had knocked it to the point where it was running, so it was already topored enough that it was on the run, and I landed to get a more steady shot at it, and I don't understand exactly what happened, but I got attacked by a saber and a daedon while I was focused on looking at this owl flying, and they managed to knock me off my mount, which was a griffin. I don't know how they knocked me off, because they don't dismount you, I don't think. But they did it. They knocked me off and then killed me. And the owl got away. But I have seen the owls, I have seen these guys, I have seen the... basically, what is it? It's like a rock drake, basically. But it's in the snowy biome. I can't remember the name of it. Starts with an M. I've seen those. They're insanely fast, but they have not. Haha! I've seen them, and they have not. Wow, this is quite a drop. But they have not attacked me. You can shoot these scouts and get a blueprint of a better scout. Level 12. That's gonna be primitive. Right? No, it's not. Ramshackle. Did I see a spider up here earlier? But I have, so there are a few others I have not seen. I haven't seen any titans. Because like I said, I think you have to like summon them. I haven't seen the other thing that looks like a big sloth. It looks like a, it looks like it's like a big happy sloth walking around the forest. I've seen none of those. I don't know where they are. As he poops, we slide. Whoa! What's that? Is this the trench? Let's see. No, this is wasteland. The trench is actually kind of a dangerous spot. What was that went flying across the ground? Huh. Oh, and so anyway, back to the fact that we aren't in the tech tier. There are defense units everybody's seen. They're like the roller troops from Star Wars. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I'm not against Star Wars. It's a great movie series. I'm just not fanatical about it. It's like, okay, cool movie. Moving on, you know? So it's like those guys right over there. When you attack them and kill them, they don't drop anything. They just kind of disappear. And from what I understand, if you are in the tech tier, they drop element. So that's great for people in the tech tier. We get nothing because we are not in the tech tier. But just so you know that that's a source of element. So that's a bummer. Like I said, you really miss out if you're not at the tech tier at this point, which really leads me to believe that ARK expected you to transfer your character here. They did not expect you to start from scratch. That's the way it feels to me. You're kind of a cool color. It has lots of these, and they aren't Microraptors. There are Microraptors in here. These are not Microraptors, though. Here in the city, they are the Archaeopteryx, which you grab their little feet and jump off of buildings. Oh, getting back to why this guy is so good. This reminded me. Sorry, I got distracted. Bullets and bullet creation in ARK is insanely expensive. Crazy, insane expensive. We don't use a lot of guns in our tribe because, like I said, we're kind of lazy. And I mean, guns are great, but the bullet making is just the most tedious, so much resources for so little bullets. And so when it comes to shooting things out of the sky, we don't really have, but this guy, look, I can shoot at this stuff for free. For free. No bullets. Come on, guys. Yeah, so the thing to pump on these guys is stamina, because that's basically ammo. Should I get a better one? I think that is still a ramshackle. Nope, it's another primitive. But I've got 5,000 health on him, over 5,000, so he's pretty sturdy, not too bad. It's just so much fun. It's like you have a gun. You have a machine gun for free. It's insane. Here's a raptor. I haven't faced a raptor with this guy. Raptors are fast. Boom. Tumble, tumble. Haha. Wow. Just crazy. It's a short burst and you just like annihilate things. Boom. Of course, they are all kind of low level. But I am no longer afraid to walk around the city on foot. So that's awesome. God, that poison lasts a long time. Jeez. Okay, there we go. I have not tamed a gas bag. I've tried several times. But the best way, what seems to be the best way to tame that, is they have one, because pretty much everything can carry a gas bag. Anything that can carry things can carry a gas bag. So the best method, it seems, would be to have one person hold it while the other person tranks it, because otherwise you're chasing this thing all over the place. And Kat is not enthused about the gas bags. She's a huge fan of oh, what's that? Airbender. And so I thought she would think the gas bag looks like that buffalo thing on Airbender, but she's not impressed with the gas bag. She has no interest in taming it. And so I said, you know, don't you want to tame one of these? And she said, not really. I'm like, why not? And she said, I feel like the developer just got kind of lazy. God, that thing just... Those are all low levels, though. I don't want to get too excited that this thing's OP, because those are low levels. Here's some corrupted dinos. Oh, they look so screwed up. Makes you almost feel bad. Look at their, like, withered faces, like all torn up. And that's another point I'd like to bring up, is that most of this, the creatures in this are really, I mean, if you want to get technical, they are a reskin. You know, ARK has been giving us a lot of skins lately as gifts. Like, oh, it's this event, here's a skin. Oh, here's another event, here's another tech skin. Or, you know, or the whole Extinction, or excuse me, archaeology event was just skins. And they've kind of have done it again here. All the corrupted dinos are basically just reskinned. So, and on top of it, you can't tame them. I haven't heard that sound before. And since you can't tame them, they're just a thing. They're just an enemy you kill and whoop-dee, you know. Hey, there's a Rex. Let me regain my stamina here. I don't know what level it is. Too far away. Come on, big guy. Here you come. And he falls down. I'm not sure what is needed in a tribute, so I'm going to grab these disgusting little tiny arms. Leave the rest. It's just so much fun. This guy is awesome. I wasn't that impressed when I saw it in real life. I was like, oh, it's small. Because it is kind of small. But man, it's so much fun to play with. 162. Ooh. Not hitting. Which either means I suck or we're having server laggy issues. Probably I suck. No, two. Yeah, I could do this all day. This thing is so fun, and you don't run out of ammo. That's what I love so much. I mean, you do run out of ammo, you run out of stamina. Did you see that? This is part of the bugginess been seeing. There's nothing, and then there's something. Blick! There was an entire giant mountain in the dome over there, the desert dome. I ran into something invisible and I didn't know what it was. It was an entire giant mountain that wasn't showing up. And then so there are definitely issues. What level is that gas bag over there? There's 2 of them. 42, 66, also you need veg for those, and I don't have any veg here. I have a bunch. When I was at Ragnarok getting sheep, I was gonna grab some vegetables, but I forgot all about it. So, we don't have any veg here. Nice tree in the way. So I'd really like to next tame a snowy owl. And as soon as we get those snowy owls, we each get a snowy owl, I'm going to take the griffins back to Ragnarok. There's no reason to have them here once we got other flyers. You know, I thought, well, you should just be here and earn your, earn it. But I'm level 70. I'm level 90. Wow. Level 90. Yeah, look at my Ingrams. I have 1 Ingram point. It sucks. I'm level 90, so why should I act like I'm at level 1? I don't. Why wouldn't I use the dinos I have tamed over on Ragnarok that are just sitting there waiting? My shirt. Don't you wish you looked like that in real life? I'd be much more popular. I imagine. If I would have saw that guy ahead of time. I hate that pounce thing. That's another thing with this dino. He does this kind of sluggishness when you turn. He's running, and then you turn, and he kind of goes. It feels weird. Now, the problem I always have is finding the road back to my house. Oh, raptor. Death to bugs. The Megatherium in here, I always think, oh, there's one of those things, and it's not. It's Megatherium. Basically looks like the new dino. See right over there, Megatherium. Someone on Instagram asked me what is my honest opinion of this. And honestly, I think it feels a little rushed, but you know, to be fair, people do push to get new content as fast as they can possibly get it. It feels a little rushed, but Wildcard has always made strange choices, in my opinion. And like I said, this is my opinion. Because when is the worst time to play? What was he faking it? That was weird. Wasn't he dead? I thought he was dead. When is the worst time to play ARK in the game? It's when it's dark out. It sucks. You can't see anything. It's no fun because you can't see anything, and you get killed easily, and etc. etc. So it's hard to stream in the dark because your viewers can't see anything. So what do? They make an entire game, an entire new expansion just in the dark, which is Aberration. It's a weird decision. And so now we come with Extinction, which is basically like Aberration except without the dark. And in fact, Extinction doesn't get dark at all. It doesn't even get nighttime here. So, and I noticed that there are Megasaurus here, which I wonder how that works because there's no nighttime, but they just always slow and suck all the time? I don't know. Oh, laggy. Oh, you guys have turrets? So do I. So, this is weird in that way too. You get out into the wastelands out there, and your food and water have increased drain. So that makes that whole area outside. And if you look here, let me see if I can show you. So you see the domes, the two domes, and then the center diamond shape is the city. And pretty much outside of there is the wasteland, and you have increased drain on your water and your food. So that means all of that area is not ideal for building a base, because you're going to be constantly in a state of losing food and losing water at an increased rate. So they've just made this whole part of the game basically inaccessible and no fun to be. On top of that, they've made the corrupted dinos, which kind of are cool looking. They look weird and kind of sad and deformed, and you can't tame them. So they are inaccessible also to you. So they make the map just kind of challenging and annoying. Now, I will agree, this is a survival game. So, you know, you should be out there surviving. And I think the main focus of Wildcard is not the PvE people. It's not the people that play single player. It's not the people that just like to build bases and enjoy taming dinos. It's the PvP people. That's who they focus on, and that's who they care the most about. They want epic battles. They want big tribes. It's fairly obvious. But you see, you stand out here, and you have the little stomach icon that says you're losing food at an increased rate.
Ooh.
So I tend to be a bit of a completist, I would say, if I was to describe myself. I like to have all of something when I'm into it. I want everything. I have the collector's edition of every World of Warcraft, even though I honestly don't play it all that much anymore. And not having this expansion when I'm such an ARK fan would be weird to me. But is it actually good or not? I'd say my favorite map is Ragnarok, and maybe after that it's Crystal Isles, which is a mod. I think I think this map is kind of small, frankly. Is that an Ichthyornis? I think it is. I hate Ichthyornis. Isn't that satisfying? I think the map's kind of small in terms of acreage to build on, and the whole fact that these building pieces are not considered floors and you can't snap to them and you can't put things on them is a epic fail. Gigantic fail, in my opinion. And there are park benches around which aren't functioning as park benches. You can't sit on them, although you can sit on other things. It's just not great. So, tribute. No, the tribute here, I'm sure there's parts of this I don't realize yet, but I assume there's a way to bring some bosses through here. So would I recommend it? If you're not an ARK fan, it's kind of meh. You know, it is a new place and new stuff to do. So in that way, it's worth getting for me. Like I said, I don't PvP. And maybe it's great for PvP, but I haven't really heard about it or cared. I don't like single player that much either, because you build these cool things and you have no one to share it with. That kind of sucks. That's why I picked this particular way of doing it. When I have friends on here, but we don't really kill each other. Every scout I shoot is level 12. Why is that? Forcer. Yeah. I think I'm kind of lost. I'm in the trench, aren't I? Let's see. Yep, I'm in the trench. Hmm. That means I need to be up there. Somehow. Well, I was trying to get back home. Monkeys. Cat was talking about taming a monkey, and it reminds me of back when we were playing on the island and she had monkeys. Constant noise of monkeys in the house, and I was like, hey, I got an idea, maybe we should move to different places and you can take your monkeys with you. So maybe I can find a bridge across the trench up here. Spiders. Got me. This thing's a killer. It's stuck on the littlest edge. Okay. I still feel I need to be up there. Uh-huh. I think so. Here we go. There's a way up, I think. His stamina when he runs is actually drains really nice. It's like super slow. When he is attacking, it goes down pretty quickly. Oh, hello. Free gun! S Plus has a buggy, like a bug off-road vehicle buggy, and I don't see anyone ever using it. It must be awful. I've never tried it. Of course, we've never been on the tech tier, but these roads really make me wonder about driving a car around. think we're okay now. We're going over the trench. Soon. Grab some of this element. You missed. $68. Yep, now we're going over the trench. Dead center. Okay. Now this is starting to look familiar. We should be very soon seeing the sign saying base this way. Whoa. Yep, there it is. Okay. I get asked a lot about the griffins I have. They're like, are there griffins? Is this a mod? No, there aren't griffins in Extinction. No, it's not a mod. I brought them over from Ragnarok on our server cluster. And I intend on taking my Extinction dinos over to Ragnarok just to see how they act. I think that'd be kind of fun. Here we are under the pink electronic ribbons. The reason I picked this place is it's very unique. It's easy to find her when there's unique landmark. So, here we are. Home sweet home. Back where we started. Give me all that. Take and kill. Slow walking. Put a bunch of stuff away. Crystal, leather. Chitin. I'll put this stuff in the appropriate machine. Black pearl, oil, circuits. Can all go in there. Organic polymer, where the heck did I get that? Organic polymer. Corruption stuff goes in here. I don't know what you do with it. I assume you can craft with it eventually. Probably if you have a tech replicator, which I don't. Okay, and then all the meats go in here. And this is a new kind of metal that you get from killing the tech stuff. Scrap metal, which can be burned down to make scrap metal ingots, basically. And then we have corrupted heart. I don't know what you do with that. There are other parts too. Haven't seen what those are for. Throw these scout pieces in here. Blueprints. So. Now the orbital drops. Where are these in here? Shouldn't be there. The orbital drops are like the loot drops in other Ragnarok, or excuse me, other ARK games, but they are crazy hard to collect. I went to one and it I'd like to fix this if I can. I think I have everything in a different fiber. Fiber in here. Oh yeah, lots. So I went to one of these orbital drops, and it puts up a force field, and then it goes through this whole sequence of waves of dinos coming to kill you. And you have to survive. And I made it through the first wave. I was with my Griffin. Made it through the first wave, no problem. And then the second wave was corrupted Spinos. And I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. This is a little insane. So I haven't successfully opened an orbital drop yet. I don't know what's inside of them generally. So, but that's where I'm gonna leave off today, guys. I might be on later tonight again. I don't know for sure. But that's where we're at so far with Extinction. I'm gonna maybe talk to the Dragonpunk people and ask how they're getting these Titans randomly appearing in the world, because I think that'd be kind of fun. The world, if you're not doing PvP, the world feels a little slow. It's like my girlfriend said, it feels dead. And I think that partly is mainly the point. It's supposed to feel like a dead city, but I don't know. And it's also partly because I came here at level 90 or whatever. So I'm kind of in control, I would say. I don't feel threatened that often. And I think adding the Titans walking around would definitely enhance that. So I'll see what I can do. I don't know if it's a server setting or what it is. But until next time, guys, I hope you PS4 people get your Extinction on real soon. Looks like it's going to be on the 13th. And hopefully it'll be on time. Wouldn't that be nice? And then you can all share in the joy of killing corrupted dinos. So until next time, guys, enjoy your games and have a good night.